Hi, I am Jenean Goodsell. I am from Paramount Machine. I've been with Paramount for just over 13 years and in the industry for about 15. I wear many hats. My more prominent roles are HR and as of last year, Chief People Officer. So that has been fun and challenging all at the same time. I had worked for an airline for 7 years doing aircraft records, tracking parts on and off the plane. It was glorified data entry and lots of FAA regulations and rules. One day I decided that that wasn't for me, and I spent summer at the pool. I had a friend, a very dear friend, who is also a woman in manufacturing, approach me and said, "Come work for my family's machine shop." And I told her, I don't know what a machine shop is. So I started deburring parts at her family's machine shop, and I came to the realization that all the parts that I tracked on and off of the plane are the parts that we're making in the machine shop. And I was like, wow, this is really cool. It's very easy to think that it's just out in a warehouse, in a shop, being dirty, but there's a lot of other support roles. The people in the shop need office support and other kind of support too, just to help get jobs in and out, and billing and accounting and HR and all the different roles that you don't think about when you think about manufacturing. It takes a whole team. So I started in deburring, and then I eventually moved up to the office. At that point, I could be at that front desk, and at the time I didn't feel like there was anywhere else for me to go. Paramount found me, or I found Paramount. We found each other, and again I started at the front desk, but I quickly moved into other positions and hiring more women into other roles that needed to be filled in the office because I couldn't do them by myself. When I started, I believe there was about 25 employees and I was the only female. That in itself was a struggle, although I did have my own bathroom, so that was pretty cool. You face so many challenges being in what felt like at the time a man's world. Even just, there was trips that I couldn't go on because I was the only girl. Now these trips include multiple girls, so it's a fun journey to be on. I like to be involved with the UMA whenever I can. I've also been heavily involved for the last 13 years with the Northern Utah National Tooling and Machining Association, which includes the apprenticeship program, chapter meetings monthly with shops in Utah, the golf tournament, which is always a great time. Just in this shop, like I said before, I started as the only girl. We have 15 girls now, and I try to do what I can to keep these girls motivated, happy, and being promoted into other positions when available. I will always hold a very special place in my heart for Michelle Salm.
One of the strongest women I know in this industry, and she's overcome a lot. And I just love her dearly, and I appreciate her for the opportunity 15 years ago, because I don't think I'd be where I am today and have the courage and the confidence that I have today without her. And then meeting Steve Van Orden was a blessing in disguise. We joke. When he was interviewing me, it was a very casual interview, and he was very adamant that he was not hiring at the time. He called it dancing with the devil he knew versus dancing with the devil he didn't know. And we always say that we're lucky that he decided to dance with the devil he didn't know. My favorite part of working in manufacturing, first and foremost, has been the ability, knowing that we have the ability to take this block of aluminum or copper or stainless steel and make it into everyday products that we use, and people don't even think about that, like your cell phone, your camera, the blow dryer that's used every day. Like, none of that happens without manufacturing. My vision for the future for women in manufacturing is to see a woman-owned shop filled with
women management, women employees, and of course, you know, the guys are always welcome, but it would be a different kind of powerhouse. If I was to give any advice to girls or women looking to enter the field, I would tell them, do it. Take your chance, jump at the opportunity if you have it. Don't worry about any stigma that you think is there. You're just as strong as the next person and you can do it.